Well, hello there. Eric Griffith here with Mobile Tech Services here in Mobile Tech Studio B. And today I want to talk you through how to enable Guardian Summaries. It's an awesome feature that's built into Google Classroom. And in short, it helps parents receive communications from teachers without teachers having to automatically do things. In short, what it looks like is something like this. Parents will receive either a weekly or daily update. They actually have the option to choose, and I'll show you what that looks like from their perspective as well. And it's going to let them know about missing assignments, things that are due next week, as well as upcoming activities. So it's sort of a keep them honest type solution. So it's definitely a conversation that you want to have with your building principals as well as your teachers and say, look, if I enable this, you need to use Google Classroom and you need to be posting assignments and different things like this. Otherwise, that might be embarrassing to some teachers because we all know we have teachers who are going to go out of their way and be overly prepared and post everything. And we still have some teachers new to posting things online. All right. So start this conversation with your school leadership before you enable this feature. Don't make the assumption. All right. You don't want to cause any bad or hurt feelings because, hey, not everybody's doing it. Unfortunately, it is a global feature. So once you turn it on district-wide, it's on all over, okay? Or domain-wide, all right? So in short, what it does is the parent receives this email communication. They're going to click accept. The email communication comes from, let's see, no reply plus some random numbers at classroom.google.com. So you can kind of see what it is there. Quite often I would receive emails from parents saying, I never received this email. As soon as we go into their spam, it's there. At one location, I did have it where every time it was sent, that email just never received it. And it was a Google email. I ended up having to contact Google support, and they helped me out with unclogging the chain so that that parent could receive email notifications. All right. I believe they told me that the parent had opted out a while ago of receiving those, which is what caused them to just not be receiving any notifications. So in short, what will happen then is the parent will receive this notification, and then this is what the page looks like. It's going to say, hey, the Guardian Summaries is the parent. It's up to the parent to choose whether they receive a daily, weekly, or no summaries at all per kid. All right. So kind of a nice thing. They're going to receive these email notifications. And so from the teacher's perspective, what the teacher is going to do is within their Google Classroom, each Google Classroom, what they want to do is go ahead and click invite and then type in the parent's name. Okay, so they do have to go in and populate those names themselves. There are third-party applications out there that will do it, but I think this is a good best practice start of the year for teachers so that they get those emails communicated, get emails from the parents, maybe from your student information system, or maybe they make their own Google form and collect that, and it's up to them to go through and add those emails through this way. All right, so they're going to do this, and then when they click send, you get that email communication like we saw in the very beginning. All right, so as administrators, they can't do any of this until we enable it. So what we have to do to enable this is go into our Google Admin Console. All right, so that's the first thing we want to do is go into the settings for Google Classroom, which is under apps, and then Classroom, and then we'll click on settings for apps, and we want to enable this setting here. So the setting that we want to enable is right here. It's called Guardian Access, and you just want to click the pencil and turn that on. And again, it's going to say, hey, if I turn this on, I got to turn this on for the whole district. All right, you can't do it per organizational unit. Once we do that, you have to specify here, and this is where you can get in trouble if you're not as organized with your Google groups. All right, so this setting right here, it says who can create classes. Anyone in the domain, that means including your students, can create their own Google Classroom. Probably not something you want. Or all pending and verified teachers. So this is kind of a catch-22 because this group right here, which is what we'll click this link here in a bit, it'll show you a list of all the teachers in that Google group. Well, at the very beginning of Google Classroom, when the student as well as the teacher first signed in, it gave them with a red pill, blue pill option. You take the red pill, the blue pill. Do you want to be a teacher or a student? Well, of course, you had some teachers who chose students. And of course, you had some students that chose the teacher route. All right. If they chose the teacher route, what that did is dump them on this group called Classroom Teachers. Okay, so you can choose verified teachers only, which means you then have to go into this group and you have to verify the actual teachers. So might not be a good best practice, or might be a good best practice for you as the Google admin to go through and make sure that that group is accurate. All right. So in this scenario, I've chose all pending and verified teachers because at the beginning of the year when I'm adding new teachers, I didn't have that on my new teacher checklist. So I will be adding that soon, right? So what I'm going to do is click this group right here. It's going to take me to my classroom.google.com. Okay, so all of these teachers have requested, hey, I want to be on here. So brand new teachers, you gave them a Google account and they clicked add the request right there, and they were automatically added to this classroom list. Okay, so they are pending members. I actually have to go through and approve them, right? And then they're approved to do that. Now, what's nice is if I have people who are on the list who are student email accounts, I can hit deny, and that will prevent them from doing that. But in order for them to be able to use the GoGuardian feature, 3 things have to happen. 1, you have to have it enabled in your classroom. 2, you have to have that teacher permission settings. And then 3, the groups.google.classroom teacher, they have to be a member of that group. And then they are permitted to email parents. All right. Very long-winded solution, and hopefully this resolved a pain in your butt today. All right. My name again is Eric Griffith. You can follow me on the Twitter at Mr. Grifftastic. And if this video has helped you out, give me a thumbs up, possibly a subscribe, and I hope you have a Grifftastic day. Thanks.